In the next few episodes, I plan to talk to you about the role of leadership when it comes to compliance as well as when it comes to breach handling. This one is about what they cannot delegate. Leadership has a role, right? Leadership's job is not only restricted to delegating. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you regularly see new content on data privacy and DPDP Act, various aspects of it. As I said, let's talk about leadership's role at this point in time when there's a breach around. So, can they delegate everything and get rid of their own accountability? The answer is no. They can delegate tasks, right? But not the accountability. Ownership lies with the leader. I'm currently facing a situation where the team made a mistake, accepted, and then denied, and that's all on paper. And the leader, who is a 14,000 crore company's MD, says, I don't know. Your value is so small that I don't want to waste my time on you. Right? He can, with his whatever resources he has. For small people like us, he can behave like that. But he cannot run away from the fact that someone made a mistake in his organization. And at least he has to get up and answer, irrespective of the value. And that's exactly what brought me into thinking of, is leadership's role restricted only towards the positive sides of the business? Especially in these cases, no. The Act, the regulators, they fix responsibility on leadership level also and decision taking people also. Execution failures can be traced back, but then finally they'll lead to the leadership to finally answer. You cannot, as a leader, you cannot say we assigned it, so we are not responsible. That guy, I have a CIO who is responsible. He befooled you. I delegated him. So are you saying you delegated him the task to befooling vendors? Maybe. Your choice. I'm not a regulator, but regulators won't tolerate it. Oversight failure is treated as leadership failure. Accountability follows the authority, right? It's not job titles. It's your accountability. Remember, while we are talking of aspect of compliance only, the important fact is that you have customers also. What leaders commonly delegate? They delegate tasks, they delegate policies, notices, let the team make it. The organization staff, including senior management, does these documentations and lays the policies with the vision of the leader. Right? It is not that even their leader has no role to play. These are drafted, prepared, approved by leaders, maybe by the board or maybe by these MDs and whatever level they are. They would then implement those respective tools, security controls, do vendor due diligence, onboarding, day-to-day compliance operations, incident handling, execution, documentation, reporting. All these things are team's job. Leader is going to answer and becomes answerable if anything goes wrong here. And that's another funny thing, that we as leaders are not holding their hands that they don't make a mistake. But we as leaders are responsible for answering when it goes wrong, right? And take correction measures. Delegation is necessary, but it does not remove ownership. What leaders cannot delegate: acceptance of privacy and breach related risk. They'll have to accept it. They'll have to take decisions on breach notification and escalation of it. You cannot leave it to play around with regulators, even if you have a good arrangements. Resource prioritization for compliance and security. Tolerance for known gaps or known delays. Whether warnings were actually given, and if they were given, were they acted upon or were they ignored completely? Culture around do it later versus fix it now. Imagine the moment I went to the leader 3 years back with the concern and he had acted upon it. Maybe given me a logical answer, right? Made me agree to the logic. It would have been a different situation. Currently, it's a different situation. And regulators are not going to tolerate that. Maybe once, not forever. So the leadership has a role, they have to play it very well. Where leadership exposure happens in practice, when the leader says, we were not informed, I was not aware, Oh, this was outsourced. Vendor responsible. Like in my case, they are saying a PO should have been issued. That has not been issued, so I can't pay. But who was supposed to issue the PO? Your IT and your purchase, or some third party? Or I should have an access to your PO making software to generate a PO out of it, right? Who is responsible? DPO did not escalate. Why? If someone is making mistake, why would they themselves escalate until they are extremely responsible? IT said it was a low risk thing. Well, for them it is. We plan to fix it later. Not good. Did you document the risk? Did you document the cost? Did you document a step roadmap towards when and how are you going to fix it? That can give you some leverage in terms of penalty, but does not mean that you are not responsible. This has never happened before. Yeah, everything happens for the first time in everyone's life once, right? So silence, delay, or inaction is a decision, cannot be ignored. Key takeaways: leaders are not expected to execute everything, but they are definitely expected to own the consequences. DPDP evaluates decisions and not intentions. Accountability cannot be outsourced. You cannot say, I've hired people, so I'm not accountable. I'm accountable only for the profits they bring in. Oversight is a leadership duty, and governance maturity shows much before the incidents. Maybe governance maturity shows or reduces the chances of incidents. Real life, privacy, compliance, or DPDP. Role of the leader remains the same. Align it and guide your leaders or work with them so that they are equally responsible if in case something goes wrong. That's about leadership role. We are, as I mentioned earlier, a few videos on leadership role with respect to the privacy compliance. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.